Wanda. I'm Scott, and this... Where is she? Wanda's not with us at the moment, and she's probably not going to be with us for a few weeks. But there was a challenge set by Swiggin Steve on his YouTube channel quite a few months back now, actually, and it was a challenge to find and show your 4 go-to beers in the Tesco 4 for £6 range. So a couple of people have done it. Obviously, Swiggin Steve's done it. I saw Nick from All Hail the Ale. He's had a go and produced his 4. This is something that's been in the pipeline now for a little while, actually, but I haven't actually got around to do it. But with Wanda not here, it's a perfect opportunity, really, for me to get a chance to get over to Tesco's, spend about half an hour in there, have a look at the bit like that, really. But I'll have that one. No, I won't. I'll have that one. No, I won't. I'll have that one. So it's an interesting challenge in the concept because of the variety of beers in that 4 for £6 range. The only drawback in that range is there aren't that many stouts. You've got the Dark Art Surreal Stout from Magic Rock, and I know there's this Big Drop alcohol-free stout, but I don't think there's that many other ones. So it's quite. I'd like more stouts in that range. If they're going to update the range this year, then I'd like to see more. So I think we've all said it. More stouts in that range, please. Tesco's would be appreciated. But anyway, on with my beer, my 4 for 6 from Tesco's. These are the ones that. Excuse me, that I would go to. So first for me, am I going to do in it? I'll do them in order. I don't think it really matters. First for me is it's a fruit bomb, and it's from a fantastic brewery, and it's North Brewing Company's Pinata. So it's mango and guava pale ale. It's hazy, it's juicy, and it does everything. It's for me. There's a nice bitterness in it. For me, for the price, that is a fantastic little beer. It's not something that I go to all the time, but when it is in, and I think about it, I will pick one up. It's a lovely little beer, that one. You might see a theme in these beers. The second one I go to is I've picked is a beer that I forgot about for a long time, because if I go to Tesco's I generally buy maybe one of the beers that's in my range, whereas this one sometimes I have gone back to it sort of quite a lot lately, and it's Vocation's Life and Death. So it's a fantastic IPA. It's piney, it's quite bitter, it's got a nice body, it's fruity, and it's definitely something I'll buy, sort of the 3 for a £5 that's up my local Tesco's, the little Tesco's. I'll buy 3 of them quite happily and have them. The other one, which is, I can't remember what the other one's called, Life and Death and Pride and Joy. Pride and Joy's decent as well, to be fair. So they're my first 2. The other 2 are what I consider. I could have picked other beers in the range, but I've picked beers that actually probably started my craft beer journey, or however you want to call it. The first one is the one for me that probably started it all. It's not the best beer here. It's changed a bit over the years, but it was the first beer that I actually picked up that wasn't a shit lager that tasted, and it changed the way that I looked at beers, and it's Sierra Nevada's Pale Ale. The body isn't great on the beer anymore. It's quite watery. It has changed over the years, but it was the beer, it was the American craft beer that really changed my sight into craft beers and sent me on a mini journey, really. It's obviously formed into a YouTube channel as well. The fourth and final beer in the £4 for £6 range is, for me, I couldn't not pick this one up. I've probably got some in the fridge. It's the beer that I go to. It divides opinion everywhere because of it's not the same beer. It's not the same beer of when it was brewed however many years ago it first started brewing. When it was hazy, it was about 0.5% more in ABV. But this beer has been my go-to beer and my core beer for probably 5 or 6 years, and it is obviously Punk IPA. Now, as I said, it's a completely different beer than it used to be, but it was that and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Those were the two beers that started my sort of craft beer, whatever you want to call it, journey. And probably Punk IPA is the drink that I've probably consumed most of. Well, it's not even probable. It's without, I mean, probably 90% proof. Punk IPA. It's a fantastic. It was a fantastic beer. It's a watered down version of what it was, because obviously it's almost macro now from the way Brewdog have messed around with it to get into as many supermarkets. So those are my four for £6 beers from Tesco's. Pinata, Life and Death, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and Brewdog's Punk IPA. Interested to see, I know Dean's going to get around to this at some point. Interested to see what the other guys think, and comment down below what you think of my selection, if you agree, disagree. Really interesting subject this. Thanks for Swiggin Steve for putting the challenge out there, and hopefully Wanda will be back with us soon. Tell you bye.